Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Longview Museum of Fine Arts' newest exhibition. This is called Phenology and Forms, works by Phillip Shore. He is a professor at the University of Dallas, teaches sculpting and art. I am standing in front of his piece called Thinking with My Senses. This is actually the piece I saw on a catalog about 2 years ago that the Wichita Museum of Art did for Phillip. And I love this piece, and Phillip said, you know, as his pieces evolve, he had seen a trove of pine cones and he had brought them back to the studio, and so he started experimenting with that and working on patterns. And so what I particularly love about this piece is that he has repeated that pattern up here, and this is, you know, looks like a little bit more of a pine cone, and that's a technique artists commonly use. The other technique that is common through his work is in this totem style. A lot of them are tall pieces like that, is he has this reliquary. Now, a reliquary is something that holds the bones of saints or a sacred item, and so Phillip has, with resin, suspended either an insect or a feather or a butterfly wing, or I think there's a porcupine needle. And so all of these reliquaries are holding something sacred in nature. The other great little interesting tidbit about this piece, this right here, if some of you have been to Colorado or up north, you've probably seen where the forests have been decimated by the Boar Beetle. So this is an ash tree base, and all of this work in here is the artwork of a Boar Beetle. And Phillip has enhanced it with stain, and then Phillip has come by and he has carved in the symbol of infinity. And so I love that this juxtaposition of destruction of a living nature, and then Phillip has turned it into a new work, a new creation, and the symbol of infinity, how things just continue to be a cycle, which is what phenology means. It's the cycle of seasons and nature, and he represents that very well through all of his work, and that's a theme that he continues to use throughout his career. So you'll also notice as you go through the show, he has forms. He might have a human form, and it may have a box or a reliquary balancing on the form's head, talking about how it's all a balance, this balance of nature and our interconnectedness with our environment and with each other. So as we were preparing for this exhibition, and I had to write a little statement for this brochure that we put together with the Butler Museum of American Art. So this exhibit is actually traveling there in April. I was just struck with how timely it is. You know, we are facing a worldwide pandemic, economic crisis, looking at ourselves about racial injustice and how we can be better and be kinder. And this exhibition is about interconnectedness, and it has a very spacious, meditative, sacred feel to it. And so I invite you to come enjoy the works of Phillip Shore and meditate about how we can be kinder and nicer and make our world a better, safer place. So one piece that I'll talk about over here is that as he's talking about aspirations, you'll see that there's one that has stair steps, and he's has a wing. It might be a dragonfly wing, and it's utilized in several of his sculptures. But this one particularly, it's balanced on top of a staircase. And then on the other pedestal, which is symbolizing, you know, the Virginia creeper vine and all these vines that are so prevalent in the South, I know. And then the human form is balanced on top of that. Also that precarious nature of how we're all balancing together. But the aspiration, the stairs are going up, and perched on top of the stairs is that wing, symbolizing our lofty goals, our hopes for better life, and a kinder, gentler world. So anyway, I thank you for spending this little bit of time with me, and I hope that you'll visit the Longview Museum of Fine Arts and enjoy the works of Phillip Shore. And there is plenty of room to social distance. We ask that you bring a mask and continue to be safe and kind. Thank you.